Okay, this is going to be about the body and your souls. I have to be really brief and descriptive in a very little amount of time. Okay, this is coming out of the Night Side of the Rooms by Thomas Carlson, PhD. Okay, we all come uh, from this. In this, your body or your body comes. You actually start out as two trees, Ask and Embla. Ask is the male counterpart, Embla is the female. Ash tree and elm tree. Humankind was not created by the gods. It already existed in the form of two trees. These two logs were found on the shore by the gods. They were found on the shore indicates that they had been cast out from the great primordial sea from which, according to the myths, everything originates. The shore is meaning of the abyss. The abyss means you came from something primordial or something greater than a god. Okay? The spiritual level is the gift of Odin. The mental level is the gift of Honir. I'm going to go, Odin is life and breath. The mental level is understanding and movement. The astral level is from Odur, senses and emotions. The physical level is the logs and ask of Embla, similar to the Sumerian mythology from Kingu and Tiamat. Okay, Kingu and Tiamat, you get the blood and the body parts. Okay, and you can also look that up, that whole story. Okay, what I'm gonna do is you can pause it right here. When you're able to pause it here, I left numbers here going through each section. Lick, on, Higir, Meni, 4, 5 is Filja, Hamir, 6, 7 is Vard, 8 is Ad, 9 is Hamingja. Okay, and these are the primordial areas. Okay, they don't really count those because this is where you come from. So these are everything's. This is your physical body and everything, all your souls. Okay, let's keep it going. As you can see, it looks like the Star of David, which is pretty much just melanin. All stars are melanin, like stars in the sky. You come from the primordial. Prime is the darkness. Okay. So this is pretty much the Cabbala, same thing as the Star of David, but in another section of the world. Everything is all the same, but everything has different names. Okay? Keep it going. We got Lick, the physical body and matter. Okay? It's connected to Midgard, Earth, equals the third dimension. Alright, that's what Midgard is the Earth. On, the spirit, the breath. Breath in our spirit is closely connected, and they have been given life through the breathing of nature. Okay, On. That's what On is. The god of the wind is Odin. On is the essence of life. On is the spark of the core. All life is has a core of On. That means all life pretty much have some melanin, but all life doesn't have full connection to its pineal gland. So that means you really don't have a soul. So when they say the spark, but I'm going to go back to this part. The stronger the On, the more powerful the place is. So the more melanin you have, the more powerful you are. But some people don't even, they have a lot of melanin and don't know how to utilize it. So if you're able to utilize it, the little bit you have, you can do some things. But if you don't, you know what I'm saying, you don't have a lot, you can't really get to your full potential because you can't reach your pineal gland. Okay, and that is the spark. The spark, like you say in the Transformers. The Transformers, they just have a physical body, but they have two forms of a physical body, and you can correlate that with these. What I'm going to explain to you. But the spark is the pineal gland, and that's the seed of God. Okay. Is connected to Asgard. So Asgard equals the realm of the gods. The realm of God is the pineal gland, and the Bible says the god pineal. So the pineal gland is in the mind. So you have the pituitary gland, the pineal gland, and the hypothalamus gland. So you have the pineal gland is where you sit. So it's like you control your body. Your body is just a forklift. Melanated or so-called black people have a pineal gland that fully works. But if you're not drinking good water, or you're drinking sink water, you're calcifying your water. I mean, you calcify your pineal gland. Hagir is the understanding, the thought, and the conscious qualities of the soul. The Hagir is the one half of the couple Hagir and Meni, thought and memory. So thought is left brain by the male. So Hagir is Mickey, and Meni is Minnie. She's female. So let's go to Meni. Meni is a very important aspect of the soul, which is memory. In a much deeper sense, it represents the ability to travel in the reservoir of deeds from the past and memories from ancient days. The magical memory is symbolized by the well of Mimir, which represents the Akashic records, Akash, Siddhakash, the blackening stage. You can only go to the Akashic records if you have high forms of melanin to reach your pineal gland, or high forms of melanin. So Akash. And that's the right brain. That's what females are. They have a right brain, associative thinking. Okay, which also belongs to the giants. Giants are the ones in this mythology. They've been here the longest, or they're even stronger than the gods. Okay, and you should know that if you're stronger than the gods, that means the gods are beneath you or your children. And so the gods that people worship and pray to and give their energy to, they're making them stronger by going to church, mosque, or synagogues when they are just your children. Okay, let's keep it going. Filja, everybody has a guardian spirit and a guide. A guide. I didn't say God, I said guide. Also closely connected to Vanir to Vanaheim, Anaheim angels, the angel, the holy guardian angels, same thing. Anaheim angels for the baseball. Well, now it's the California angels, because it's a misdirection. But let's keep it going. The Filja appears in three forms: an animal, person of the opposite sex, and an abstract form. Totem animals and inherited filters. A clairvoyant person. Clairvoyant means a person that is psychic. They can see the filter in other persons. Okay, so it's pretty much your higher guardian angel, which is pretty much behind you. The Hamir is the shape or appearance. Our appearance is controlled by a Hamir. Also called Ham in the Bible means melanated or black people. A Hamlet, or Camelot. Hamlet or Camelot, the lot of Cam from the King Arthur mysteries. These are the circle and the dot. That's the pineal gland, or the black dot, pretty much. The Hamir is connected to vault of Haim sense. The dwarves and the black elves are the ones who shape the inform things. Powerful magicians. So you have the elves, Snow White and the seven dwarves, Mickey and Minnie. These are all used in that mythology, in that realm. That's why they use that in all those cartoons and in their mainstays for their characters. It's all connected. Let's keep it going. This can also be powerful to other people that will believe that they are really encountering the animal that the magician has chosen. But according to the myths, if the animal were to be hurt, the magician would also be hurt. Don't like the same thing in the crow. The crow, when he kept getting shot up and stabbed and all that, he kept getting back up. The lady was like, "Oh man, y'all ought to shoot the crow instead of shooting him." Same thing. Okay. All right. And also, let's get down to something really important too. Also, Freya is the master of Sajed, and Sajed is when you're able to take on that personality or that personification of the outer shape. Hamir is the master of Sajed, and Hamir changed. Hamir is a falcon, and occasionally she lets other gods borrow this form. In later folklore, Freya and her devotees have become turned into witches riding on broomsticks. The broomstick is originally the tool that the female magicians use to enter ascetic trance. Frey is the phallus, which is the penis. Freya is the female. So Freya rides the broomstick. So if she's riding the broomstick, she's riding what? The phallus or the penis or the dick. Broomstick is the realm of sex to give each other power. So they're becoming magicians by using sex magic too also. Vard. Vard is the soul double of a human, is also called Vard or Vard. Certain people can, during their lifetime, send their Vard away on journeys to other worlds. For all people, the Vard is disconnected from the body when the physical body dies. The Vard is the same as the ghost or the phantom that belongs to Helheim, which is pretty much your double, or your double is like really yourself, but your higher self can't pull through. It's just like you letting that version of yourself pull through. Okay, when you have your soul double, it's really your guardian angel too also. So thinking about it like that, your guardian angels are behind you, and you're facing your soul double. Your soul double intermingles with what your physical body looks like, because you're going to start to pull in who you really are. There are two more aspects of the soul that are very important in Nordic spirituality, but that cannot be directly linked to any of the worlds together. With the seven above, they create the 9 main aspects of man. Okay, I got 5 minutes left. 11 just passed. I will end it. Okay, let's keep it going. Odd. The word odd means ecstasy. So ecstasy is closer to what? Just soul double. What pleases it, what gets it, this feels good to me. You know what I'm saying? So you're getting closer to your real self. Ecstatically raving, and gave rise to the name of Odin. Odin has an alter ego named Odd. See, it's like your alter ego, which is a lover of Freya. Odd is the power of divine inspiration, the ecstasy that causes the mind to transcend itself. Okay, you can transcend your actual mind to get to to what you really are in your soul double or your higher self. Let me see. Also, the cauldron or the chalice, which is like a cup, pretty much, from the original Grail. But later interpretation, later as in Christianity, they use it as the blood of Christ. Blood can be melanin too, also, but they'll use it as in eat from the body and drink the blood, but which is a ritual too, also. Well, you know what I'm saying? They say, rituals are bad, but you're doing a ritual every first Sunday. So think about what you're doing. You just following. Okay. Let me see. The deeper meaning of the world and the coherency of the all. Odd is the force. Force. Use the force loop. The force is like melanin that makes it possible to travel between the worlds, the higher and lower. Odd can be compared to the threads of the paths and connect to the above mentioned aspects of man with creation. Hamingja. This is the total amount of power and illumination a person is in possession of. The word means happiness or luck, illuminating your full body and full mind and full soul and spirit. Okay, a person who can change shape. The Hamingja is a supernatural power that powerful persons can achieve. The Hamingja is strengthened with the other aspects of the soul are awakened, conscious, and in balance. The Hamingja is power and knowledge united. Okay, those are those 9 versions of the soul. Okay, there are additional principles of life and the soul in Nordic spirituality. An important term is Megin. Megin, which denotes power and magic or magical power. Megin is magical power of the magician. The mage or the magician is the mage. Thor has Asmagin, divine power. The sea has Havsmagin, the earth, Iard the Magin, and so forth. Magine is the son of Thor, personifies this power. The term Megin corresponds to Metir, power. Okay, it also correlates with ki. So when you see people, the belts, this is very important too. The belts in Japanese martial arts are not only indicate the grade of a person, but the knot focuses the practitioner's attention to the body's key center. It's almost like when you see people wearing pants and their pants are below they underwear. You can always see the underwear. They say we call it sagging, whatever. But like is lower than where right here. Pay attention. This is very important. Things can indicate things. The belt is also central to Nordic magic and martial arts. The belt focuses on his gigantic force. Okay, Thor, which is pretty much his penis, pretty much. Thor, when you see the hammer, or the judge has the hammer, he's at order in the court, bringing order to chaos, because he's wearing all black. There's symbolism in everything. Okay, the belts in martial arts indicate the grade of the person, but the knot focuses the practitioner's attention to the body's key center. Slightly below the navel, the belt is also central in Nordic magic. So if it's below the navel, it's have a lower. But if it's high, it's like around the waist. Then it has you can fool somebody if you have it around your waist. You can show you have good intentions, but you can have other things that you want to do too, also by personification of what you're putting out. Okay. Because what you put out can be a form of what? What was it? Oh, right here. The Hamir, the shape or appearance is controlled by Hamir. Okay? We got 28 seconds left. This is very important too. When a person passes through the Odinic initiation, the ek expands and includes all the aspects of the soul. The ek is of the magician becomes one with his or her amengja. Okay, and here's the diagram again. Put them all together and you can tell what you are and what you will become. All right, peace.